You got a letter back from this woman Delano in Germany. Oh,
No,
she's from Germany, but
in Pune.
in Pune.
Yeah.
And
so
she
write to me when you're sure you're ready to die. So she wasn't just messing about there.
Mhm.
You had to dive in. You couldn't just test the water.
Yeah.
And so I got even more depressed and more suicidal for about another week.
You were rejected.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, also I realised how serious she was. This is really the end. So then I wrote to her and I said, okay, I'm sure I'm ready to die. And she accepted me, and I spent a month with her.
Alone or with a group?
With a group, yeah.
And what
it
was
a
it like?
month.
Yeah.
Horrible and intense and terrifying.
Did you get hit with a stick?
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah?
Absolutely, and I'm absolutely grateful for it. Yeah.
What did she? Is it like Zen, like a Zen master?
She calls herself a Zen master. Yeah. She basically uses inquiry, investigations into what is true, step by step, every day, having a different person up the front to investigate.
His or her beliefs.
Yes, but she would guide it with the question, who are you, to start with, and then other questions. And it was very intense. And, and at some point in that month, it was all over. I realised that what I was searching for was what I always knew. That I never had an identity, and that's exactly the way it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's in fact perfect.
Was it maybe some kind of confirmation for you that you weren't crazy?
Yeah, it was, absolutely. And it was also, it gave me the courage to admit that this is it. This is, to not know who I am is exactly who I am.
It's fine.
Yeah, and that it was really courage that I needed, in a way. I was a kind of scared, confused little girl. And
what was your age then?
well, I was 25 or something like that, but I still felt like a scared, confused little girl. And somehow, you could say, something died there.
Yeah.
I can't really explain it. I can't put it into words. Time stopped.
So no watch for you after that? Or just a fun function?
I was a floating hippie before that, so I never had a watch before that anyway.
So, and did after that any meditation anymore, or what changed?
No. Well, after that, I still spent a couple of years floating around Australia and New Zealand and England. I was still a bit confused as to how to live this, what to do now, because all my motivation before was about searching and finding, and I had no more motivation for anything.
Yeah, what now?
What now? What's the point? What am I doing?
Enjoy.
Yeah, well, exactly. I started to enjoy. I had a lot of fun after that.
So was that maybe the first time in your life that really was enjoyment instead of confusion?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But at a certain point, I think it was a couple of years later, that there was a real kind of relaxation with I don't know, not even needing to try to live this and to bring it into my life. And,
just normal.
Just, ordinary. Everything that happens is it.
Chop wood, carry water, or what was the saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And when did this whole talking to people start?
Started a bit after that. So
was it pure out of economic consequences,
no,
or
not at all, no.
You wanted to share this, or?
I started writing for myself.
Yeah.
I started writing what became my first book, and somehow through friends or whatever connections, it became published. And while it was being published, a friend suggested that I start talking, and I felt like I had nothing to say. What am I gonna? I just felt ridiculous to speak about this. It's all very well writing, but the writing was kind of a way for me to feel less confused about it, in a way.
Put it in order.
Yeah. But to actually speak, that was scary. But somehow these friends persuaded me, and the first meeting I was in a friend's lounge with
10 people, 15 people.
I think like 6 people.
Yeah.
and 3 of them are my friends. And I sat there and I didn't know what to say. And it's the same now, but the first time was really scary. I didn't know what to say, and I didn't want to just speak for the sake of it.
Yeah.
So I just sat there and waited.
And words came.
Well, after a long time,
Yeah.
they were watching and
What's
waiting.
going to happen?
What's going to happen? And
It's
then
exciting.
At some point, it started speaking. And,
Yeah.
I was so surprised.
How many years is that ago now?
I've lost count. I think it's roughly 7, 6, something like that.
Yeah. And it still feels fresh and new every time you talk about it?
Absolutely. I'm so amazed and grateful every time. It's shocking.
You do it all over the world, or are there certain countries which are people are more interested in this message, like Germany, Holland, England? How is it in England?
Yeah.
Is it a lot of people who are interested and come?
Yeah. I don't spend that much time in England anymore, but when I'm there, I do meetings.
Yeah.
In not knowing. But I spend about 6 months a year usually in Australia, in Byron Bay, and I travel a little bit around Australia as well, doing retreats and tours.
Yeah, nice. Nice weather, better than here in Holland.
Well, I avoid winters.
You avoid winters?
Yeah, I don't do winter in Europe or there.
That's nice.
So it works out well.
Yeah. Okay, so this book, which is not published yet, Die to Love.
Yeah.
Is everything love? Or can you say that's love, that isn't?
Well, the point of love is that it includes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's only thought that separates and says this is love and this isn't love.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, the love that I'm talking about, because the word love can be used in
very
lots
many
and lots
ways,
of ways, yeah. But the love that I'm talking about is another word for who I am, for life itself.
Yeah. Unconditional love.
Unconditional love, yeah. But not a kind of behaviour. Not talking about being loving or kind.
Mm-hmm. Because some people say, everything is love. But what about World War II?
Yeah,
People come with those examples.
That is absolutely love too. And people hate that. They find
Why is that absolutely love too?
Because love includes everything. You know, we may not understand it, we may not agree with it. We have this, thought has, it separates good and bad, right and wrong. We have opinions about things.
But it's all learned, having an opinion about something.
Yeah.
Or is it something natural that arises?
Well, either way,
we don't
doesn't
know.
matter. It's
there.
Thought that arises, and the nature of thought is to separate good and bad, and right and wrong, and black and white.
Yeah. So is this kind of duality needed to even experience anything, or have a world, or?
It seems to be needed because it is.
Yeah.
It's obviously needed.
So people who try to get rid of duality, or only want to see the so-called good things of life, are even being more, having more separation, or?
Absolutely. In a sense, I mean, ultimately not. Because no one is actually separated.
They think they're,
Well, they think that and believe that, then that seems to be their reality.
But nothing wrong with that.
No, because ultimately they are not that.
Mm-hmm.
But that their experience may be painful. Because the experience of feeling separate can be a painful experience. Which is why people start searching. Because they feel that pain of the separation.
They want wholeness again.
Yeah.
Oneness.
And they want it because they know they are that already.
Yeah, so they're searching for something they already already know. They know what they're searching for.
Yeah, and that's why they know it when they find it.
Yeah, otherwise you can't recognize it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So is it like the dog chasing its own tail, or?
Yeah, because when you find it, you realise you never lost it. You were it looking for itself.
Yeah.
All the time.
Is that the great cosmic joke, or the
you could call
God playing a game with itself, or you could call it a million
things.
things.
It anything.
Yeah.
We really don't know.
No.
We could call it what we like, but we only want to call it something to make ourselves feel more comfortable.
Yeah. Now I know. Now I can go back to sleep.
Yeah. I've given it a little label.